Not a movie story. This is before my movie story. But I gotta give you a little backstory.
A little background.
In 1863, out in what they call the Western period of the Civil War, a man from Kentucky named John Hunt Morgan, he was a famous Confederate general, put together 3,000 Confederates, and they rode all the way up through Ohio. And it's just a raid that exploded across the newspapers during the time. It was like the world was in the skies falling. It was just a horrendous thing. These Confederates, just the farthest north that Southern forces got during the war. So basically what this raid was, he was riding through southeastern Ohio, collecting up horses. He actually collected up about 8,000 horses from this raid. So in the reenacting community, for us to do things like that, to reenact something like that, is a very special deal. So in 2003, they had finally gotten together, working on it for 5 years. Got together this raid.
What is that?
About 80%
Camera? Is it a little camera?
Just a little over half of it was
Can I see it?
Kids out there.
I want it.
So this story is
The actual roads.
right. We actually rode through
I want to
this
record something.
mixed
I
county.
want to record Mama.
It's basically what they did was they skirted, they crossed the Ohio River. They skirted Cincinnati, which was heavily garrisoned with federal forces, and headed for the countryside. To basically the raid was to strike terror, so it was an act of terrorism, and it was to round up horses, because South started.
Steal horses, it sounds like.
No,
Sorry.
horse,
Okay.
you can hang on horse speed. But at any rate, so we worked. They worked on this for 5 years. We went up, rode the routes, pre-rode the routes, and the people up there were just incredible. These people, this is rural Ohio, down southeastern Ohio. And these people were like, this is the biggest thing in the world to them. Well, it's big to us from a historian thing. So we did this raid, and all along the raid, it was fantastic. We would go into towns, and we would have these shootouts, these just horrendous shootouts right down the main streets where they actually happened. And I mean, it was just crowds. All on the route, people would come out and give us pies and stop and give us honey. They'd give us anything they could drink, and they were just like, there's about maybe about 200 of us total mounted.
Oh my God.
And we had 2 mounted cannons that we dragged.
Oh my God.
So those are pretty big potatoes.
Mounted cannons, you mean, they were mounted physically
I
on top of
remember-
the horseback?
No, they're mounted on a caisson, just like a mounted artillery piece. They were pulled by teams of 6 horses. Some of the hills we had to stop and navigate, take teams off of one gun, hook it up to the teams of others just to get the guns up the hills. All kinds of things those guys would have to do back in the day. So from a historian's point of view, it was just fabulous experience, right? So we did all this. We would ride all day and fight, and I would get to our assigned camp area. I would put my horse up, brush him off, make sure he got some grain. I'd fall over on the ground and go to sleep. I mean, that's just how it was. So that's how you study the soldiers' accounts. That's how they lived. So it was kind of a big deal for us. So we went through this whole raid. It was just fantastic. We went through by this one farm, a really nice farm. They had signs out there that says, "Take the women, but please don't take the goats." You went to the Confederate raiders. I saw, go ahead and take all the women, but just leave the goats. Please don't take our goats. That was a livelihood, see? So they were scene after scene of this. We would stop at, like we did, we stopped at elementary school. We did a full-scale battle at elementary school. And there was probably 2,000 students from 4 counties that came just to see us do all this big fight. So it was really a wonderful experience. At the very end of it, we pulled up into the last camp, and all the horse shows and stuff were there. So we were going to fight a battle in the morning, and then everybody was going to break up and start heading for home. So we had Canada, New York, Vermont, Georgia, Florida, Texas. So we're up in our camp. We finally got situated, got the horses all situated, and this little gator pulls up. With this, gator's like a 6-wheeled, it's like a fancy golf cart they use on farms.
Look at this.
This gator pulls up, this little farmer's sitting on it. He's got these 2 other younger guys on it. And started talking to us, and he said, "Boy, we really enjoyed the fight today. Looking forward to that tomorrow." And he started saying, "Where you boys are from and all that." And we're talking to him.
Who's this you're talking to?
This guy that just drove up on a gator, all right? And he said, we were in the course conversation, he says, y'all got firewood? And we said, well, no, we don't have any firewood. We haven't got any firewood. He says, I'll be right back. So he takes a gator and leaves.
You're out.
About 15 minutes later, he comes back and he's got the whole back of it stuffed up with firewood, dumps it right into the camp.
Okay, that's a good deal.
So yeah, soldiers do. We go to making this fire, man. We all one. And he just must have really took a shine to us because he says, "Would you fellas wouldn't mind having a little drink, would you?" I said, "Well, dude, no, I would not a bit. You know, after 3 days of doing all this hell." So he gets out a jar of
2 times, right?
homemade moonshine. Yes, sir. So we're sitting there taking some sips off this moonshine. I'm not a big drinker, but I was trying to be.
I did my part.
Sociable, yeah. I understand. Yeah,
My mother is sitting right there. I like to point to my mother. Anyway.
That's serious pressure.
So, and it was really nice to turn out. The guy that was driving was an old man. He was about, I think he told me he was 73. He had his son who worked at the farm, and then his son. So the guy's grandson.
Is that yours? Is that
younger
right?
boy, about 20. And they were just really good, fine people. And they just really loved. We were camping on their farm. He was down on the farm, and he knew all about the history of Morgan's Grave because Morgan's Grave came through there. So he had studied all this and knew it. He was telling me he had went back and looked at all these newspaper accounts from back in the day. And he was telling me all this stuff. Had the most wonderful conversation. So he goes on to tells. He says, "Well, what time you got? Was you going to the dance tonight, right?" And he said, "Well, there's no dance here. You know, we're out in the middle of a farm." So he said, "Oh," he said, "That's Pomeroy." He said, "They got this huge dance plan for you guys down. Nobody told us anything." Right? So. We said, no, he said, those people down there, he said, they've been making up dresses and stuff. They've been working on this for 5 years. If you guys will show up, they're going to be heartbroken. Right? He said, all these beautiful women down there and everything and stuff. So, you know, got to be sociable. So
Heavy pressure
we
again.
couldn't, it was heavy pressure, very heavy pressure.
I can glad to see you put up with
So anyway, he says, he said, I encourage y'all to go. I encourage y'all to go. And so we finally said, okay. And so we got a bunch of us together, probably about 25 or 30 of us. And like I say, we ended up back where horse trailers were. So we detached vehicles from the horse trailer. We loaded up about 20, 30 of us in 5 or 6 vehicles. And we go down the Pomeroy. It's down this windy road. That's where it goes toward the Ohio River. All that farmland turns real hilly as it goes down to the river.
that area.
So we go all down and get this town called Pomeroy. We got there's a little bitty town. I'm sure it was way past the heyday. So it was a very nice town at the time. But it was kind of falling out hard times. But he had this beautiful pavilion that was right on the river. It was all naturally lit up with lanterns.
I think it's
Had a band there
maybe
playing
if
some
you were
Irish
so
songs
kids,
and
it'd
all
be
these
good,
pretty
but-
ladies with their dresses on
different
and
between
stuff.
that
So all our gallantry.
You can mount it.
They tired of looking at these
You can add the video.
Yankees all
You
these
can do whatever you want with
years.
it.
This is where I
Cut a little
got.
piece out, slow it down, speed it up, pause
Mommy
it.
got me
That's
this
no
one.
exaggeration.
Mommy
All
got
kinds
me
of cool
that
stuff.
one, that
Anyway,
one,
the
that
dance
one,
ended about
that
10
one,
o'clock.
that one. And that one,
Yeah,
and that
called
one,
me
and
several
that
other
one,
people
and
said,
that
you gotta
one,
come up to
and that
my
one,
friend's bar. He said, my friend has a bar
and
for
that
like 3
one,
blocks.
and
So you gotta
then
go up to my
this
friend's
one,
bar.
and then this one,
And we're going like,
and
well,
then
what the heck?
that
Let's go up there and
one,
say hi.
that
So we go up to this
that
guy,
one,
walk up
that
to
one,
this
that one,
town,
that one,
we get
that
up to
one.
this guy's bar, and these people were just like, they were just so glad
All
to see
these
us.
things.
About 20 of us end up
All
going
these
up there.
things are very
We're all just
expensive.
navigating through the streets
how
with
much
a
they
local
As
guide.
best you can.
All right, well, we got a local
$100.
guide who navigates up to his friend's bar, so we're in there now.
Then
We're
we do it
talking, having a
I
good
hope
time,
it's
got
that
the
good
second
stuff.
wind, doing everything.
We'd
And
always
I
have
walked
to,
up to the
like,
bar to
do
get
it.
and order my soda. I was just drinking soda at the time.
We're at
I
the grocery
wanted to
store,
order my
whatever, I
soda,
see that.
and
I
I had
think
a
it stopped
cowboy boots on. I had a
No, it
36
didn't. I think it did.
36
Maybe
caliber, I
Maybe
guess.
Colt, yeah, pistol. It's a 6-shot
No.
ball and cap percussion revolver. It's a repro of the original. That's what we use. Everything's gonna be authentic. I had it stuck in my boot.
Can I take one little photo?
And this guy says, sit next to me, he's eyeballing me, he's looking me up and down. like
Hey
that.
guys,
He
say
goes,
cheese.
he goes, is that a real pistol? I said, well, that's a repo.
Okay.
I said, it's a reproduction. He says, what is that? I said, what's a 36
Took a
caliber Navy pistol? I pulled it out like this.
We have photo shoots.
Laid it on the bar.
Yeah, that's a good
Zoomed
one.
in though,
Looking
baby.
at it, going, his eyes
Hold it
go
both
back that
hands.
big. He said, well, what kind of pistol is it? I told him, explained to him, you know, everything about it. He said, man, I would do anything I could in the
Yeah,
world
look
to
through
shoot
this
that.
hole.
I said, well, it's loaded. I said, but I wouldn't suggest shooting it in here. I said, you know, the guy who owns the bar might not like it too much. Well, you know, it's your bar, you do what the hell you want to. So he goes, so we get up, and this is a real long, narrow road, not real long, narrow room that we're in. It had real high ceilings. It was an old school.
Look at that.
I mean, it's like
Like
the old time buildings back in the day was. I would say this thing was probably built around the turn of the century. It was kind of old school.
Look through the hole.
So I jumped up. You could see all the way down through the back, and there was an alley back there. So I figured we were going to the alley, you know, go out the back of his bar and pop off the thing a few times. I'm happy with that because it's a blank load. It's not, there's no lead. He's going the other way, back up to the front. So I said, what the heck? I turn around, I walk up there with him, and everybody starts to buzz and all the conversation. We get up on the stage, and it was like a little bitty stage, wasn't very big, probably as big as just this little area right here. And he gets up there in his microphone, a single microphone, he clicks on the microphone, he says, excuse me, he said, I'd like to welcome all the Morgan's Raiders here that are here in the building. He said, we've been waiting for 5 years for you people to come. He said, it's just such an honor to have you, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, pow! And he shoots that pistol off. Well, knocked a big hole in the plaster.
Yeah, well.
And plaster flew everywhere. Everybody goes, oh, and they started getting all excited and everything. And
That was the wrong thing to do in front of a bunch of cowboys.
yeah, we had a bunch of Confederates. I was drinking soda, but they were all drinking beer.
I was drinking soda.
Yeah, and so we got, it's like that. So while all this commotion is going on, he turns and looks at me because I went up there with him and stood next to him.
Come on, let's take
He said, you mind if my wife shoots it? And I said, well, no, I don't mind if your wife shoots it. Because she was standing on the other side. He gives it to her. She cocks it back. She hands it up. Pow! Blows another big hole in the ceiling. And now some of my buddies, they're jumping up going, what the heck? And they got their hands on their guns. So I started thinking. I said, well, you know, I never shot up a bar before. I told him, I said, you mind if I shot it with you? He says, heck no. I said, bow, and on that third shot, man, all my buddies got up and they started shooting everything they saw.
We shot that bar up.
Yeah. Jumpers, we must have shot 30 holes in that man's ceiling.
People had plaster all over.
The dust and the plaster was so thick you couldn't even see in the place. It was horrible, man. It was really horrible. So I go over to the door because they're up in the front. I went to the door to open the door to let some of the smoke out.
No.
And there's about 5 or 6 people crowding in there. They come to the bar. They went, oh my God, they stopped like that. And they turned around hightailing, man. They wouldn't even come up in there.
Oh my gosh.
So we're sitting around, everybody's patting each other on the back. But so over with, I went back and sat down at my table and, you know, had met everybody and had a good time. I was sitting there drinking my soda, and I look up on the thing, and it says, there's a little sign that says, it's a mandatory 10-year, $10,000 fine for having a firearm in any place that sells alcohol. It was a little disclaimer sign. So we were doing that under a severe penalty of Yankee law, as you can imagine.
Course, yeah.
Actually federal law. So I'm sure Lincoln would like to get his hands on us, you know. So.
And I tell you what, Uncle Jim, we do on that whole raid, we would ride and fight all day long. It was like kind of a ride and fight, not like a regular reenactment.
It was just a trail ride. It wasn't like a
So
trail
we'd
ride.
be riding and fighting all day, and we'd ride 20 miles. I mean, tough rides. So it was like really like how it had been back in the day. You know? And then every
How old were you at that time?
let's see, I was probably
2003 is when it was.
so I was let's see, 22, something like that.
Hey.
And every town, every night we'd pull into a different town, and they'd have the whole cavalry lined up out there, and the general would turn us loose for the night and say, all right, you know, formation at 04 in the morning. And all these towns had been waiting so long for us to get there that each town had a big ball set up, and every person in the town was in full like ball dresses. It was amazing. So we'd pull into a new Yankee town every night and take it over, and just like all the locals were kind of looking at us funny, but we'd come in and have a new town to take over every night. It was a blast.
We were at Bastion, Ohio, one of these little towns he's talking about, and there's a man there named Jimmy Somerville that owned a bar called Somerville. He invited everybody to go up to his bar. This was the first night, so everybody wasn't tired then. So all these guys, probably 80, 90 guys went up there, and he just shut the whole bar down. We were getting our own sodas out of the thing, and most of them was drinking beer, whiskey with mine, but I was having sodas. Right?
Yeah, that was the first one.
So,
You too. You were having soda
now
too.
let me tell you how bad it got.
Milk.
At
Maybe
the end
milk.
of the night, at 2 o'clock in the morning, they went there and got a hay tractor with one of those big hay wagons. It's all like, it looks like a They were carrying us back to the camp. You all, they were like monkeys in the zoo, hanging outside this big thing. Now, I didn't get to tell you, to me, what was the best part of that whole shoot-up story. After we shut up the bar, we come out of there, it's about 2 o'clock in the evening. We're all pretty pleased with ourselves. We're
That's
packing
where
away.
everybody shot.
Right.
Shoot.
So we come out of there, and it's about 2 o'clock.